Hi, this is Diana and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to make chow mein. There's a lot of prep work, but it's really good. Actually, my mother used to make the best chow mein in the world. She was famous for it. Right, Joe?
She was.
Anyway, so basically I'm going to start with just cooking the noodles because we do pan-fried noodles. That's the yummiest part. So let me start that and then I'll explain about it. Okay? You're gonna just put your noodles, usually it's in a 10-inch pan. Then you're gonna spread it around and wait till it gets nice and crispy on the bottom. Chow mein, you can go to the store and you can buy chow mein noodles, but with this whole COVID thing, I kind of have this phobia about going out. So I just used what I had on hand. And basically I used spaghetti noodles. So it was probably about a pound and a half, maybe pound and a quarter of spaghetti noodles. I even threw in some wheat noodles just to make it look like it was kind of healthy. And so you just cook the noodles al dente in salted water, drain them, pour just a tiny bit of like vegetable oil, and then just kind of massage it so it doesn't stick together. And then you're going to make piles, probably about 2 cups worth of noodles per pile. And then you just cook it in like probably maybe a teaspoon, maybe less of vegetable oil. And you want to just cook it until the bottom is nice and brown and crispy, and then you turn it. Okay, what we're going to talk about now is the ingredients for the chow mein. This is bok choy, and the way you're going to cut it, you're going to cut the stem pieces. Kind of looks almost like celery. So you're going to cut them into maybe half-inch pieces. Okay, so you're going to have just like that, just nice pieces. And me, I don't know how other people do it, but I like to make it so that the stem pieces are separate from the leafy pieces, because the leafy pieces cook a whole lot faster than the stem pieces. Okay. What did I do with the rest of this? I lost them. Anyway, also, what I had done, I got a package of dehydrated shiitake mushrooms and rehydrated them in boiling water. So that was a whole package. I think this is an integral part to my chow mein. And do not get rid of the soaking liquid. That's a really tasty part. So I used 2 bok choy. I have 1 package of the shiitake mushrooms, a package of bean sprouts, probably maybe a pound of pork, but you can by all means use chicken if you want to, and onions. And the onions you want to cut into, I don't know, nice pieces about the same size as your pork. Then you're going to have your garlic powder, and we have a cornstarch slurry. 1 minute. This part is the part that used to drive my mother crazy because we would all come by and start ripping off pieces of the noodles. Ow! So you just, when you're done, take out your noodles and place them on a rack so that with paper towels to take some of the oil off, and that's it for your noodles. Yeah, and you can don't want them totally crispy. You just want them kind of crispy. All right. So, let's see. All right. Once the noodles are done, then we'll get started on the goo, which is the best part. Oh, and I use red bell peppers cut into like, I don't know, 1-inch pieces just for color. I mean, you can basically use whatever vegetables you have in your refrigerator, then it would probably be okay. I just like the flavor of bok choy and the colors. Okay, so let me get this off the stove and then we'll start on the goo. Okay, we are going to be making the goo now. You get your pork. Make sure you have a nice pork bone. Come on. Oh wow, I have 2 of them. It's also good if you use a mixture of pork and chicken. And you don't want to color the pork. You want to just saute it. Now in my sauce, I kind of like a clearer sauce. My sister uses soy sauce in hers, which I don't particularly like, but she likes it. So also I'm going to be using a mix of chicken broth and the reserved mushroom soaking liquid. I know I don't have asbestos hands. So we're just going to make sure that each piece is, I don't know, kind of grayish. I hate saying it's gray. Let's say it's white. Just don't want to have brown on it. I'm going to throw in about, I don't know, about a half a cup of chopped onions. And let's throw in our bok choy stems. And we're throwing in our mushroom soaking liquid. When you're pouring it in, you're going to look for like caca like this, which is probably dirt, even though you rinse off your mushrooms before you soak them. Can we say caca on YouTube?
I think we can.
Okay, good. And pour in a little bit of your chicken stock. Give it a nice coat. Put in a teaspoon or so of salt, a liberal amount of garlic powder, actually you could probably throw your mushrooms in now too. That'll be a nice flavor. Cover it and let it cook until the stalks are crisp tender. Probably on medium heat. Let's check it after 5 minutes and see how it looks. Okay? Okay. I checked it and almost. I'm going to add the bell peppers and give it probably, add the bell peppers and let's add these leafy parts. Okay, cover it, give it another couple of minutes, and then we're going to add the bean sprouts. Stir that up and see how it tastes. I'm going to do a little taste of the liquid. Ooh, good. Ooh, good. Okay. Oops, sorry. Let's throw in yeah. Oh, that's good. Throw in the bean sprouts. Give it a little stir. You need a big pan or pot for this. Actually, let's make a hole. Let's add our slurry. Slurry is the cornstarch and water. Basically, it thickens it up so it has like a nice, really light gravy texture to it. And it has a nice, the cornstarch makes a nice glisten to it. See how thin that is? I think we need to make it a little thicker.
And what does this do?
This thickens it. So you don't want to have a watery chow mein. Oh, that's nice. And see how the bean sprouts are nice and wilty? That's how it should be. Ooh, perfect! Okay. Give it a couple of seconds. Doesn't take long. And what I've done is I've put some of the noodles, the fried noodles, in the bottom of the pan, and I'm going to pour some of the goo over the top of it, put another layer of noodles down, and then put some more goo on top of it, and it'll be done. Okay, we let it cook down a little bit more, and now we're going to finally plate it up. Look at how cute this is. Anyway, all right. Look at how good that looks. Okay, so we've got the goo. Okay, you want to have just a nice layer because the flavor of the fried noodles is really nice. Okay, then you're going to put another layer of noodles down. My mom's neighbor, Grandma Shirley, her favorite part is the noodles. So I usually when I make chow mein, I use a lot of noodles because she likes a lot of noodles on hers. Okay, then you put some more noodles on the top.
Or goo on the top.
Goo on the top. Holy smokes, this is a lot. You're gonna be eating chow mein for a week. Okay, so when you're plating it up, make sure to put like a layer of noodles on the bottom and then goo, and then another layer of noodles and then goo. And if you have a lot of noodles, just keep layering goo and layer noodles and goo and noodles and goo. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it and yours comes out as pretty as this is, and I'll see you next time.